Okay, so you know how like everyone's always saying Halloween's got to be scary, right?
Yeah.
But then it's also like, are you original? Are you cool?
Right. It's a lot of pressure to put on a holiday.
Totally. And today we're diving into this dialogue. It's two characters, Blu and Luca, getting ready for a party, and let's just say they're not exactly winning any costume contests.
Well, what's interesting here is they're so self-aware about it. The humor they use really points to that. I think that struggle a lot of us feel to live up to these expectations, you know, even or maybe especially on Halloween.
Yeah, like when they're calling themselves discount vampires. I mean, who hasn't felt like that at some point trying to get a costume together?
It's that self-deprecation that makes it funny. Or when they're worried about looking like, and I quote, gothic Barbie and Ken. I mean, it just highlights how ridiculous some of these expectations can be.
Totally. And speaking of ridiculous, can we talk about trying too hard? That theme just jumps out at you in this dialogue.
Oh, absolutely. It's like every time they try to be more scary, it just backfires in the funniest way. The bloody glasses, the whole synthetic blood situation.
Drenching themselves in it, practically.
It's classic irony, which we know is a great source of humor.
Yeah.
But it also kind of makes you wonder if they're overcompensating, you know? Like, the harder they try to project this image of scary, the more you feel like they're actually unsure of themselves.
Which they even say, like, if being terrifying were that easy, we'd already have contracts in Hollywood.
Right, like it's this need for outside validation, which I think is super interesting, even on a night that's supposed to be about letting loose.
And the way they bring in all these pop culture references, Dracula, Instagram, even Hollywood, it's like they're looking for approval from those things too, not just each other.
Oh, for sure. It's like those things have become these cultural touchstones, you know, these measures of success.
Like that whole bit about Dracula blocking them on Instagram, hilarious. But also kind of makes you think about how much power we give social media, even over fictional vampires.
Totally. But underneath all the jokes, I think they're getting at something really important. Does fitting in actually mean anything? Is that really the goal? Or could it be that embracing what makes us different, what makes us uniquely scary, is actually more powerful?
Yeah. And that's what I love about that line from Luca. Beware, undead creatures having an identity crisis. It's like they're saying, hey, we're a work in progress, and that's okay.
Absolutely. And on a night like Halloween, which is all about transformation anyway, that's a really powerful message.
It really makes you think. What if instead of trying to fit into this box of what we think is scary, we just embrace the things that make us weird and different? What if that was its own kind of terrifying?
Right. Maybe the scariest thing we can do this Halloween is just be ourselves, even if it means we're the ones showing up in pajamas with green juice instead of fake blood.
Maybe that's the real Halloween spirit.
Maybe so.